Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to do an episode of Scent Talk. We haven't did Scent Talk in so long, and Scent Talk is where I'm going to be going over some of my fragrance samples as well as showing you guys what I have worn for the past week. Without further ado, let's get right into another episode of Scent Talk. Okay, you guys, so welcome back again, and this is a new episode of Scent Talk where I'm going to be going over my fragrance samples as well as what I wore for the week. But before we get started, I will kindly ask, honey, if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So let's get right into these fragrance samples that I have. Okay, so I actually acquired a sample of Oriana from Perfumes Mentioned, honey. Yes, I want all the smoke, okay? I did not purchase, I did not blind buy because this is about almost $400 for this bottle. So I was really cautious, but I was very intrigued because I love the house of Perfumes Mentioned. I have, I believe, 5 fragrances from them. I have Delina Exclusive, I have Delina La Rose, I have Meliora, and I have Castle, you guys, and I really love 4 out of 5 of them. As you know, or if you do not know, I'm really not a fan of Meliora. I'm trying to get myself into that rhythm of Meliora, but it's just something in that perfume that I really do not care for. But this is not about Meliora. This is about Oriana. So we're definitely going to talk about Oriana. And also, I did mention in my last video that I did not like Perfect Intense from Marc Jacobs, you guys. So I actually wore the perfume, and as a matter of fact, I have it right here sprayed on my arm, and I keep getting wafts of it every time I move my hand. So I am definitely going to get into that, and I am going to let you guys know, was I wrong? Okay, with my initial impression of Perfect Intense, or honey, did I change my mind? I'm definitely going to share that with you guys, and I'm also going to get into the fragrances that I actually wore for the week. So let's go ahead and get started with Oriana. So Oriana, you guys, on this sample, Oriana, a sparkling and refreshing opening of mandarin and bergamot with a joyful heart of orange blossom leading to an airy delight of marshmallow and chantilly cream that are addictive. So yes, let me go ahead and give this a spray. Literally 1 spray is all you need, but I went ahead and sprayed 2, but I already know you guys. Okay, so when it comes down to this Oriana, this is a very sweet, seductive perfume. I can say that right off the bat. And the first thing that comes to mind when I smell this Oriana is definitely orange blossom. Yes, ice cream sorbet, creamy milkiness, sharp citrus, bergamot. Definitely a very sweet perfume, okay? This is highly compared to Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. I don't have Killian's Love Don't Be Shy, and at this point, I have so many sweet fragrances. Am I intrigued to get Killian Love Don't Be Shy? Not as of right now, honey. I can't justify being able to buy another sweet perfume because I have so many. You guys, this Oriana smells absolutely amazing. Now it's very sweet, very sweet. But I will say, for me wearing this Oriana, it did not last as long as I thought it would last. Now, when you first spray it, you get this blast of very sweet, seductive orange blossom, candied all up, strong notes of bergamot. Like, it's so pretty in the beginning, you guys. But I would say maybe about an hour later, it fades away. Like, I could still smell it, but very faintly. I kind of expected a little bit more from Oriana, but this is just based on this sample. And you guys, I'll tell you, sometimes these samples are different from full-size bottles. So at this point, am I leaning towards the direction of actually picking up Oriana? I'm gonna have to say no, only because it's very similar to another fragrance that I have in my collection. Now, at this point, I don't know if anyone has mentioned this or even said, but this is very similar. That orange, that sweet marshmallowy orange blossom note in Oriana is very similar to my Dolce & Gabbana Perfume or the Parfum, as well as my Dolce & Gabbana Perfume Intense. You guys, is very similar. So would I be in a rush to go out and pick up Oriana? I would have to say no, only because of the lasting power, and as well as I already have other fragrances in my collection that's very similar. It also kind of gives me the vibe of Benevolence from the House of Sillage, you guys. So if I hadn't have bought Benevolence, would I have picked up Oriana? I don't know. You know, Benevolence, I got it for half price, so I only paid about $180 for that cupcake. Oriana, honey, is $400. So as of right now, she is a no ma'am, but she actually smells really amazing. So that is that. And we're going to move right on to the next perfume. Okay, next up we have this next fragrance, which is Perfect Intense from the House of Marc Jacobs. Now, in my previous video, I did give a little bit of insight on my thoughts on Perfect Intense, but you guys, I had to actually wear it, and I have it right here on my arm, and I sprayed it about 2 hours ago, so I gave it enough time to settle on the skin and see what it was going to turn into, and to see if I actually changed my mind. And my first impression was I really didn't like it. It was something in it that was just a little off-putting, but I wanted to go ahead and actually spray it on me, not on just paper, on my skin, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that. I actually purchased Perfect that I have in my collection that I absolutely freaking love, you guys. And I did mention that in my previous video. If you have not checked out my recent perfume haul, I will leave a card right up here, so you can definitely check out my perfume haul. But you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a spray so I can be reminded of my initial impression of when I first sprayed it. Now, like I said, I do have it on my arm, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to give her another spray. I'm only going to do one, just one. So this first spray, I am definitely picking up a similarity to the original, you guys. So I definitely smell that. Okay, but it's that one note, that one particular note that is so hard for me on paper, and it is that night blooming jasmine note, you guys. And what came to mind when I first smelled that night blooming jasmine, I was like, it smells like something that I'm struggling with in my collection. And you guys, I immediately thought about my alien Florifatura. And rest in peace to Thierry Mugler. He did recently pass away. Rest in peace. But you guys, that is what I struggle with in this alien Florifatura, is that night blooming jasmine. These fragrances have that similar note, that similarity, that when I first sprayed Perfect Intense, that's what I got. And I was like, what does this smell like? It's something that I'm really, really struggling with. So that is what definitely came to mind when I first sprayed it. So I really, really struggle with that note of night blooming jasmine in Alien Florifatura. And another fragrance, like once I put it up close to my nose, you guys, the next perfume that comes to mind is my Flora Botanica. Okay, you guys, let me go ahead and let me take this out, because I was like, the Perfect Intense has similarities, like these two perfumes merged together, mixed with the original Perfect. And I also kind of struggle with this as well, you guys. When I put it up close, I smell the green cannabis. I know it doesn't have cannabis in it like the note that's in this Flora Botanica. I know it does not have that, but that is what I actually get smelling it on my wrist. I am going to have to scrub this off as soon as I'm done recording this video, because that note is so off-putting to me. So again, it is like a mixture of this Flora Botanica as well as this Alien Florifatura. It's not my cup of tea. That cannabis note gets to me so badly, I cannot handle that anymore. And this Alien Florifatura, let me go ahead and spray this again, because I am just struggling with this one as well. No, ma'am. No. I can't do these anymore. Like, my palette has changed to the point to where a lot of these fragrances, you guys, I don't even wear them no more. Like, I did actually get to about here on this Florifatura, but no ma'am, no ma'am, no, I can't. Not anymore, not anymore. So as far as Perfect Intense, as of right now, it is a no ma'am. Not today, probably not tomorrow. I don't know, about maybe 6 months from now, I may try it again and smell it, but for right now, it is a no ma'am for me on Perfect Intense. Okay, you guys, so this next fragrance that I have, I hauled this perfume about a year ago and I kind of forgot about it, and I found it once I was moving, packing up my stuff. How do you do that? I don't know. I was buying so much stuff that I kind of forgot about it. It is Kenzo World, and this is the eau de toilette version. And you guys, I actually sprayed and sampled this maybe about a year ago. I did smell this in Dillard's, and I was like, this is such a pretty fragrance. I was like, oh my goodness. And I said to myself, if I could find a good deal, I would definitely go ahead and pick this up. So this is a full-size bottle of this Kenzo World Eau de Toilette. Packaging is so pretty. So I actually went and I did research to see how much this was going for, because at the dealer's counter, I believe this bottle was like $100 or $120, somewhere around there. So as I told you guys before, I never pay full price. I always wait to see if I can find it for a better deal. So I went ahead and I went on a search to try to find this bottle, and I actually found this bottle on FragranceNet, you guys. I did find this bottle for around 30 bucks. I'm gonna say 30 because I don't know for sure, but I did find this bottle for a really, really good deal. So I went ahead and I picked it up. You literally only need one spray of this because this has a note in it that is so powerful and potent, it's almost sickening. And this is a nice fragrance, but this one particular note, my chemistry brings it out, you guys. So this Kenzo World smells really, really nice. It smells fruity, it's sweet, it's musky, it's woody, it's all the ingredients that I thought I would really, really love. But you guys, I sprayed this on my skin, and geez, oh peeps, did I have to scrub it off. And that one note that was so off-putting on my skin was the ISO-E Super. ISO-E Super is like a synthetic smell of musk and wood, you guys. It smells very synthetic and it's so piercing, it's so potent, it almost kind of made me feel sick to the stomach. I really, really like the fragrance on paper, and I'll say, oh my goodness, I really liked it, but I did not wear it. And since I found it for such a good deal, I went ahead and I purchased, because why not? $30 a bottle? You can't beat that. So if you can handle ISO-E Super, you will actually love this fragrance. But for me and the direction that my palette is going, honey, it actually smells really nice. It smells nice on the paper, but my chemistry, my skin actually emphasized that ISO-E Super note. And you guys, it's so piercing and so potent that I could not handle the scent. And I really have to be careful when I spray it in more enclosed space. So right now I'm in my studio, you guys, which is a really large room. So I did spray it, but I kind of sprayed it over this way so it does not kind of choke me. But again, it does smell really good. It smells good. It's just what it does once it hits my skin. I may just kind of spray a piece of tissue to see how it would do on more of a cottony material. Like, so if I sprayed it on my clothes, would it emphasize that ISO-E Super note? So if it doesn't, I'm definitely going to hang on to this Kenzo World and see if I can just wear it on my clothes. But on my skin, it is a no-go for me. And this is such a bummer because I have and I love another Kenzo fragrance, which is Kenzo Flower Elixir. I absolutely love that fragrance. So you guys, it was a scrubber for me on my skin. So that is my fragrances that I actually wore for the week. I wore the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. I also wore the Oriana, and I wore this Kenzo World. And you guys, after testing out these fragrances, I would say this Oriana is a no-go for me at the moment because I do have, again, Dolce & Gabbana Perfume as well as the intense version of Perfume, and those are really, really beautiful fragrances, and they're sweet. They have that marshmallow note, they have that orange blossom note, and also the intense version actually has the note of tuberose and is so pretty. The tuberose is toned down in the Dolce & Gabbana Perfume Intense though. It is toned down, so it's not like I wouldn't even classify it as a tuberose perfume. I would say it's just emphasized as far as making it a little bit stronger than the original, which the original is so beautiful. It has that marshmallow note that I absolutely love. So as far as Oriana, I would not be picking up Oriana, you guys. Not right now. I'm not going to say later. Maybe I'll see. But as of right now, no ma'am on the Oriana. As far as the Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense, you guys, this is definitely a no ma'am because it reminds me too much of my Flora Botanica, which I do not wear anymore because of that cannabis notes. Yeah, no. And also my Aliens Flora Futura, which I am struggling with because of that note of night blooming jasmine. So that is a no ma'am for me as well. As far as the Kenzo World, again, I'll say this is a no ma'am for me as well. So that does sum up my fragrances for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.